Okay, so you've got yourself a venue. You know where you want to have your event or your series of events. Now, my friends, it's time to negotiate. What do I mean by that? It's time to try and save yourself some money on that venue. Why would I say that? Am I worried about, finance? Do I have a poverty mentality? Like, why would I say? I'd say that because of this. The more money you can save, the more people you can reach. Honestly, the more money you can save, the more on a venue, on all those logistics, the more money you can put into reducing ticket prices or doing things for free, bringing the guests in you need to bring in, buying more Bibles, buying more resources to give away. You don't want to be spending unnecessary money on seats, on heating, on lighting, on ushers, on all of this stuff. You want to get that down. And so I want to share a couple of things that I learned at the School of Awakening about negotiating your venue costs. So the first thing I would say is this: ask questions. Ask questions of everything in the contract. That you might feel like you're a little bit annoying if it's not a written contract, verbal contract, whatever it is. Ask questions, right? So, for example, you want to ask questions like, this quote that you've given me, does that include any staff hours? Oh yes, it does. We pay for security, we pay for ushers, we pay for this, that, and the other. Turn back to them and say, is it possible to use volunteers in that space? Where can I use volunteers? Because a lot of venues aren't used to ministries wanting to use volunteers. They're used to dealing maybe with corporations that would say, yep, just pay your guys. But the beauty of the body of Christ, the beauty of working with Christians, is that there's a culture of serving, and people want to serve. They want to serve because they believe in what you're doing. And so give those people a place to serve and ask the venue if you can cut back on staff. The other thing you want to do is ask if there are other suppliers, or ask if there are other ways to cut costs with your venue that go beyond what's first presented to you. I want to give you an example. Some venues, you'll be booking the venue and you'll say to them, we're going to need 500 seats. They say, no worries, that's $3 a seat. Ask the question, what company do you use for your seats? Are they in-house, or do you bring them in? Oh no, we actually use a third party. We bring in our seats. Okay, can I ask if there is another company that you've used that's cheaper than $3 a seat? Think about it, $3 a seat over 500. If you can drop that down to $1.50 a seat, wow, you're going to save yourself a lot of money. So just ask questions, keep asking questions. In the end, you are going to pay them something, unless they're a ministry that believes in you and is partnering with you. You're going to be paying them something as a venue. So all you're doing is being a diligent steward of your finances. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask the questions, save the money so that you can invest more into the actual ministry side of things. So you've got your venue, now negotiate. Ask questions and see how you can bring those figures down. If you have any other questions about contracts, about negotiating, about bringing costs down, make sure you shoot me a message. You can click on Let's Talk. I will say this: don't cut costs on things like medical, security, the areas where things could really go wrong. Don't cut costs there. Don't cut corners around safety, but just see if you can reduce some costs there.